Hello, my friends. In this video, I am going to show you how to connect with Mongoose to a cloud account in Mongodb Atlas. The advantage of the new Mongodb Cloud account is that you are not going to download or install Mongodb locally in your computer. This route is a lot more convenient. So if you are ready, let's get started. Here I have two folders, the front end and the back end. So as you can see, the back end is empty, and that is where I want to run my server side. So straight down to the terminal, I will change directory to the back end folder, and that will be cd back end, enter. Next, npm init-y. This is to initialize my Node application and to install the package.json file. Okay, if you look up here, we have it, package.json. I'll continue in the terminal, and this will be npm install express mongoose .env and NODEMON. Express is for making HTTP requests to the server. Mongoose is for connection to a Mongodb Cloud account. .env is for storing secret keys, passwords, URL, etc. NODEMON restarts your server automatically. Okay, now everything is ready. I have an additional file, package.log.json, and another folder, the node modules. To confirm that all four packages were installed successfully, I come to package.json file. And under the list of my dependencies, I can see all four of them here, .env, Express, Mongoose, and NODEMON. To activate NODEMON, I have to do that on line 7 and 8. I put a comma here, enter, and this will be start with NodeMon index.js. Next, on line 6, I have this to be the type. The type of script I'll use will be module. This is to enable use of the EX6 import-export syntax. Okay, so I head over to my folder. At the back end, I will right-click on it and open a new file, and that will be index.js. This is exactly where I will write my Mongoose and Express applications. So starting with Express, import Express from Express. Then const app will be equal to Express. Next, I have my app to listen on port 3003. Select any other port number of your interest. And where that is successful, I want to get a feedback backend server is running. Okay, before I start my server, I want to make sure that everything is saved. But I strongly recommend that you be on autosave. That is by going to File and clicking on Autosave. I head down to my terminal, and this will be NodeMon index.js. Enter. Okay, we have it. Backend server is running. However, in case you encounter the above problem, running script is disabled on this system when trying to start your server using NodeMon index.js, just as I have done. Then be sure to watch the solution in my video with above link or at the end of this video. Alternatively, you can save all your files and use node index.js. They will work exactly the same. In case you are not familiar with this import route, you can change it with the default common JS syntax of require. So this will be, I'll delete this, and this will be const express will be equal to require express. Then for everything to work perfectly, be sure to head over to the package.json file. We delete line 6, which enforces the ex6 module. So I'll delete it and return back to my index.js. And as you can see, everything works perfectly, exactly the same. So let's continue with Mongoose. Const Mongoose will be equal to require Mongoose. Then I'll write the Mongoose application. And I'll link this to a URI, which I'm going to copy from my MongoDB database. And this is going to return a promise. When that is successful, then I have this feedback connected to MongoDB database. And if there are errors, of course, it will catch the error. To continue, I have to go to my MongoDB account so that I'll get this connection string. I go to my connect. Now, out of all these connections, the one I want to use for the cloud account is the first one, native drivers. So with this, I don't need to install MongoDB at all on my local system. So I click on this and go back straight to this URI. So I click here to copy it and take it straight to my project. So here I'll claim URI, put it in a string and paste. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is to go and get this password. To get the password, I come here to database access. Then under my database name, I go straight to the right. I click on edit to edit my password or to copy it. I'll click on auto generate to secure a new password so I can show it or hide it, or more importantly, I'm going to copy it. Then you will not forget to update user. If you don't do this, the system will not remember the new password you've just copied. So with the password, I go back to my project and paste it here. Okay. So as you can see now, I'm connected to MongoDB database. However, it's not advisable to leave our string open like this. It could get into the hands of wrong users. So it is more professional to put it in a special file called the .env file. I'm going to open it. I'll right click on backend, new file, and that will be .env. Here I create a variable. I call it Mongo_URI. Feel free to use any expression you are interested in. Okay, so I'll go back to my index.js, copy the entire string. I cut it rather. I'm cutting and pasting. I clean off these quotation marks. So back into the .env file, I'll paste it. So going forward, instead of using this long string, I'll now be using this variable Mongo URI. So back to index.js. To activate it, I'll come back here, and this will be process.env.my variable Mongo_URI. Okay, that's not all. Next, I need to import .env. Const.env will be equal to require.env. Then to configure it, that will be .env.config. Okay. So let's see how it goes. Backend server is running. And boom, I am still connected to the MongoDB database. And more importantly, I never installed MongoDB on my system. I worked with the connection string only. I have made a video to show you how to sign up for a free account in MongoDB and get a connection string. So feel free to click and watch it next. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.